As I was saying, I started to talk about vision, and a young man got kind of interested and interrupted me, and I had to explain to them the things that I'm talking about right now, and they were really motivated, and they were saying that they really love what I've told them. And you see, even oh God help us, really. So what I was saying is that I never did much about the vision that I have. I didn't follow up. I didn't kind of concentrate because of my background. Part of it is because of my background, but the rest is my, should I call it weakness? I don't know if I should call it weakness, but wherever it is that made me do it, I don't have a name for it. I don't have explanation. But one thing that I know, that at this time of my life, I've learned a lot. I've learned so much things. I've had so much experience, and I'm working on pursuing the things that are coming from inside me, the things that I really love, the things that I was created for. I'm working on that, and it takes time before one get there, you know, because it's like you have one has wasted all along the time, and you know, getting back to the track on the road again, it takes a lot of work, which I'm ready for. God help me. So what I want to say is that if you are pursuing your vision, also there are always challenges that goes with it, with the people around you. Nobody ever will know what is inside you. It's only you who know yourself. And you'll find that the people close to you, not all, but sometimes they do it not intentionally, but without knowing. They will be telling you negative about what you are trying to pursue, and it might hinder you, and it might bring confusion to you. So I would like to tell you that is watching, that don't let anybody stop you from focusing to what you have in your heart that you want to do for your life. You might be a multi-purpose. You might be that you have 2 or 3 things that you are stronger in, that you want to do in your life, and depends on you. Actually, you just pursue those things. There are times that we even get kind of tired, or we slow down. That happens to every individual, but it happens to everybody. But we try very much to try and pick up and do what you need God to do. And as I talked about the hindrances, I came to realize that the hindrances also are normally sometimes people who feel challenged. They want to be you, they want to do what you are doing, but they cannot do it. That also makes them kind of disencourage you, or try to do things that makes you feel disencouraged, or try to say things that makes you feel disencouraged, or try to bring you down, to make you feel like you are not worthy, you cannot do this, you are not, you know, like make you feel, belittle you, I should say, like that. I don't know if it's the right word. English is not my mother tongue. I've learned English, so I might not say exactly the right word that I want to say. So if you have a vision that you have in your heart, or things that as you are growing up as a teenager, or maybe you are a grown-up who is already grown, and you have something that you want to do that is really in your heart, if you see me kind of trying to slow down, is that I'm getting distractions, but I will try my level best to say what is in my heart. When you get distracted, you kind of slow down. You know, when you do these kind of things outside, I'm in a small little park behind the shops, and people are really interested with what I'm doing, and they kind of slow down and wanna watch me. So I'm trying to come out and be strong, like Miss Trudy. Miss Trudy, wherever you are, if you ever watch me, I salute you, baby girl. I do salute you. And Miss Trudy is my motivator, because I remember that there was some 4 years ago I started to do some teachings in the YouTube, then I stopped. But then when I started to watch Miss Trudy, I said to myself, 4 years back I would have been very far with what I'm doing. I would have been so far. What happened along the way? So Miss Trudy, I salute you, I give you thumbs up, young girl, and I love you, and I will always love you. I just love you the way you are. So what I'm trying to say right now is that I have now decided that I am going to pursue those things that I have in me. And one thing I would talk about it again also, there are people out there who, when they see that you have something special in you, they want to copy you, whereby they have nothing in them. They have some different direction that God has given them. Instead of pursuing what God has given them, they want to be like you, they want to do like you. It's a waste of time. If God has created you, there is something good He has put in you that you should work on. Work on what is inside you. Don't work on what you see from somebody else. And of course, sometimes you might meet somebody who have the similar vision like you, and as you watch the person, it motivates you. Just like I said, to be honest, Miss Trudy motivated me, because these are all the things I've always wanted to do, but I never kind of worked hard on it. And so if you find, or you watch somebody who has similarity like you and has motivated you, that's a different thing. But if it is somebody who just you have seen and you want to copy because you envy that person, it will never take you anywhere, because along the way there will be challenges that you'll never beat up. So I will just I think another thing I wanted to talk about is that the reason why I have had this in my heart that I wanted to talk about, I have had, sorry, it's a little bit windy, and it makes my nose wanna run. Yeah, so I have gone through a lot in my life, and that is what has made me to start being wiser. Not because of some of the things is the education I've had and the Bible and everything, but what has really made me wiser is practically the experiences I've had, which I started to have when I was a young girl. I was should I call it marriage? I don't know if I should call it marriage, because it was not something I planned for. I was forced to, I don't know if I should call it forced to, because I was young. I was 13 years old, and I was made to stay with the father of my 2 sons, and it wasn't my wish, but because I was young, and I don't want to say that I was stupid, I don't know what I can say about this, I don't know what to call it. I found myself just going along. And you know, in our culture, when you're growing up as a small child, there are some things you tend to accept because you tend to listen to older people. So the reason why I got married at a young age, and of course later I divorced the man, and later on he married and he died, it's because the parents of the young man kind of pushed me to that, and I didn't know what I was doing, because when I look back, I didn't understand myself. I found myself accepting what they're doing with me, and I was still a small girl, and then I had 2 children, and then other 2 children I got out of marriage because I left him with when I had his 2 children. And it's not somebody that I was in love with, or it's not somebody that I was connected to, but at the end of the day, when I grew up, I couldn't live with him anymore because of some situations that I cannot explain right now. There are some things that I would leave for him because he's gone. I don't want to talk so much about him. Yeah, because it's already gone, so it will not look good for me to speak about him. So I'm getting distracted a little bit. That's why I kept quiet. Yeah, so there's a distraction a little bit. So what I want to say is that after that, I left the man, and I left him after staying with him for I think it was 2 years or 3 years. I didn't count the time. I didn't count the time. And then I went to the city and started to work there as a hairdresser, and life continued and on and on and on, which maybe I'll explain later in the next video. And for now, I'm going to stop here because I cannot continue. There's so much going on at this park, and my mind is not concentrating. So I'm gonna stop there until the next time. You watch the next video that I will explain how my life was after that time I got married. Okay, bye bye, stay tuned.